In this video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly connect your solution to NRGship to add functionality for rating and shipping. What I've got open on my screen here is the FileMaker starter solution invoices. I went ahead and I created an invoice and a customer record in here. And to hook the files together, I'm going to add an external data source for the NRG files. And once I've done that, I can go in and add a new table. And I'm going to pick the ship table here. And that's going to be related from the invoice ID to the user ID field. And then I'm going to allow creation of related records. And then once I've got the ship table, I'm also going to add an instance of the package table. And the relationship there is just ship ID to ship ID. And again, allowing creation of related records. And now if we looked at our invoice here, the database is super basic. We don't even have a field in here that has something like a ship method. So we'll leave it for now. And basically, at this point, we're just going to add a button that's going to create the related record in NRG and then show it so that we could ship it. So in order to create a shipment, we have to set a few fields in NRG. So we're going to pick our ship table, and we have the ship to fields. So we're going to pick ship to name, and that generally would be the company name or the person's name. And if we look at our database here, this invoice database, it doesn't even have those fields in it. So the relationship here is to customers. So we're going to look at our related customer record, and we've got a company field. We've got a billing address and a shipping address, but so we're just going to set it to the company field. And then we've got our address. And what we'll do here is set up calculation off of the customers. And we've got a billing address and the shipping address. And these are calculations down here. So we're going to pick just the actual text fields. So we're going to say if the shipping address is empty, we're going to use the billing address. Otherwise, we're going to use the shipping address. That's address line 1. And I'm just going to pick a bunch of the different fields that we have in here, and then we'll change the calculations. And at this point, we've now got a script that's going to create a related record in NRG with the ship to information. So we could go in and also add fields for the reference number, and we'll pick reference 1, and we're going to set that to the invoice number. And then I'm going to create another script, which will be our button. So when we run this button, it's going to create the related record, and then it's going to show the record in NRG. So we've got our invoice, we've got an invoice number. We're going to hit the button, and it is now going to open NRG, and the shipping information will be populated. So here we've got it. It said our customer name, address information, phone number. If we had an email in the customer record, it would have been there. And it created a default package record. So at this point, we could just go in and we could say get rates. And it's going to populate all the services. And now we could say it's UPS ground, and we'll hit ship. And we've got a label. And the script could then be modified that we had the ship script so that after it shipped, it would pull back the tracking information into the record and or the cost too. So what you can see is in very little time, we were able to go through, create a relationship, set the fields for the ship to information, and then have it invoke NRG so that we could actually create the shipment and get our label generated.